Today's video will provide an overview into calibrating a bucket on the Xsite Easy system. To begin, press the top button on your screen to open the bucket menu. Then press the plus sign to add a new bucket. Under Intermediate Tools, select the option relevant to your machine. In this case, we will be calibrating a bucket that is attached to a tilt rotator. Now select the type of bucket that you will be calibrating. In this example, we'll be calibrating an excavating bucket. Under Bucket ID, select the text box and type in the width of the bucket. In this instance, the bucket we are calibrating is 1,200 millimeters wide. Rotate the machine until your roll value is close to 0 degrees. Now slowly straighten your tilt hitch until your tilt axis and your horizontal axis is close to 0. If possible, use a digital spirit level to achieve precise results. Once both axes are aligned to 0, press Calibrate. Now curl your bucket slowly towards the machine, and using a spirit level ensure that your bucket is horizontally aligned. Once the value at the bottom of the screen is close to 0 degrees, press Calibrate. Now measure the width of your bucket and divide it by 2. Then input both values into the system. Ensure you measure to the outermost edges of your cutting edge. For this example, our left and right widths will be 600 millimeters each. Now measure the bucket length. This is the distance from the center of the last pin on your machine's stick to the bucket cutting edge. In this example, our distance from center of pin to cutting edge will be 1,600 millimeters. Next, attach a plumb line just above the last pin of your stick and ensuring the line is going down the center of the pin. Now align the cutting edge of your bucket to the line. This will allow the system to know when your bucket is vertically plumb. Once the bucket edge is touching the plumb line, press Calibrate. Now place your bucket horizontally on the ground and your cutting edge flat, as shown on the screen. Once it is reasonably level, press Calibrate. Finally, measure the bottom length and the bucket depth of your bucket. The bottom length is measured from the cutting edge to where your bucket starts to curve, and your bucket depth is measured from the cutting edge to the furthest part of the back of your bucket. You have now successfully calibrated your bucket on your Xsite Easy system. To verify that your bucket has been calibrated correctly, do a bucket curl test by placing your bucket cutting edge on a point and curling it on that same point to ensure that your bucket is reading 0 at different angles.